put your hands on your back. The fuck you think I am? Turn around, put your hands on your back. Turn around, put your hands on your back.
If humans can only hold their breath for 10 minutes, then how was Louis Armstrong able to become the...
I'm gonna show y'all something, okay? This happened back home in California. 2000 on 4/28/2020. All right. We got LAPD. First, say this. There's no such law. No such law. You can search it, whatever. I don't give a damn about what no cops say, no sheriff say, no deputy say. No such law in the Constitution. We got to put our hands behind our backs and we got to be cuffed. There were so many cases ruled against that. That means if you cuff, you are under arrest, period. No ifs and no buts. False arrest. No ifs and no buts. So they say it's their policy for their safety. Fuck their safety. Their safety don't mean shit to me. Don't be a pig with a uniform on because you're dirty. You're dirty. I only know my two brother-in-laws, they were cops. They were beautiful. I never seen them assault nobody, cuff nobody. They went after you. They went after you. They had what they had on you, period. They passed away during 9/11. All right. Then there was this one deputy I think was pretty cool. He didn't show no hate towards me, no disrespect, none of that, okay? And that's really it. That's really it. But we got the right. We have the constitutional right to defend ourselves, whether you got a uniform on or not. We got that constitutional right. The first thing come out of a fucking law enforcement's mouth is they curse at us, they swear at us, and everything else. You want to charge me because I'm swearing back? Where's the logic in that? Where is the logic in that? Because there isn't none. But these punks should be behind bars. They should be on an execution. It's waiting to be executed. These punks right here, I'm about to show y'all. Okay? See, the only time they hit us is when we cuff. The only time these motherfuckers hit us is when we are cuffed. Because they are no men. They are cowards. They are cowards. They are cowards. They talk shit and everything else, so we got the same fucking right. The constitutional right says we got the right to protect ourselves. We got the right to bear arms. We got the right to get rid of all enemies. You see, these people, these two motherfuckers right here in LA, they need to be in prison, put on death penalty roll. That's who they need to be. Okay? Okay? Because number one, they always mess with Spanish in California. Number two, they always mess with blacks in California. File false charges, false statements. Okay? You see how he pushes them up against there? He ain't got no right. There's no law in no country that says they got the right to handcuff us. No law whatsoever. There's no law whatsoever. Not even in the constitutional rights. We don't got to turn around. We don't have to be handcuffed. There's no law. And there could never be no law. Because that's false imprisonment. No ifs and no buts. And I don't even know why these two motherfuckers are not charged. Especially that big motherfucker, the way he assaulted that man. Cops are punks. They cowards. They dogs. That's what they are. Anytime you're going to hit a motherfucker, you are a punk. You are the biggest gang, crooked son of bitches out there. That's what you are. You see the way he talks to the guy? He curses him out and everything else. That coward right there needs to be behind bars, get his ass whipped by the inmates. That's what that pig needs to get. Okay? Them pigs do that every day in California. False charges, false allegations, false imprisonment, murder, kidnapped.
So shut the fuck up.
Okay? You don't got no right to put your hands on me. So don't say because I touched you. You don't got no fucking right by the Constitution to put your hands on me. Once you put your hands on me, I got the right to beat your ass. I got that constitutional right. People, wake the fuck up, man. High up Hitler. High up Hitler. You see, I'm going to tell you, and this is no lie. If that was me, he beat me down while I'm cuffed. I get out, I will be killing that son of a bitch because I got that constitutional right. You assaulted me. You're not walking away from that. We got the constitutional right to protect ourselves, to take anybody's life that is threatening us. We have that constitutional right. We have that constitutional right. Yes, we do. We have that constitutional right. So I got some good news, though. A buddy of mine's called me and said, hey, the office is closed. We're gonna contact them also Monday about what this doctor wrote. Okay? On 2/6/2023. She claims this doctor, Stephanie, did this psych evaluation. I'm not taking another one. I got that constitutional right. I don't give a fuck what that judge say. I'm not taking another one. She claims that the ETM at the hospital spoke with her. Okay? And this is what she puts in her report. All right? I almost had a heart attack on 2/6/2023. High blood pressure up there like crazy, right? When I turned myself in to this punk ass DA that put these false charges on me. Okay, for freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of expression. All right. So what happened was she claimed, and we're going to find out what EMS told her this, because this is a lie. Okay. The officer that called the ambulance was doing my pulse. And I was sweating. Had a lot of chest pains right here in the middle of my chest. Like something was stabbing me, like something was poking in my chest, And so anyway, she claims here that when the EMS got there, okay, they took me to the hospital, but she claims that when the EMS got there, they showed no signs of high blood pressure or anything like that, and Mr. Melillo kept changing his story of where the pain was. That's weird, because when the insurance company called me about that ambulance ride, they tried to charge the insurance company, so the insurance company got the medical records, proved my blood pressure was very, very high, showed what the doctor wrote. There was never nothing in the report that I kept changing where the pain in my chest was. So where did this lady get this shit from? Where did she get this lie from? I know where pain is in my chest. I know where it's at and everything else. So I'm not confused. So where did this lady get this shit from? Only one place. She lied. So let's see. She gets paid by the state. So about $2,500 for each patient. So she just defrauded the state of Minnesota by making false allegations on a report, which will be challenged and proved. Okay? And like I told Terry, and I told other individuals, that is very scary if this son of a bitch has access to people's records. That is very, very scary. What law that gives her the right to have access to people's records? Because I never signed nothing. The courts don't got my signature on nothing. I'm not a ward of the state. Never signed for no public defender. You can't force a public defender on nobody. Violation of my constitutional rights. You can't force nothing on nobody, but that's what they try to do. That's what they always try to do. And what's so funny is on the video yesterday, Terry goes, wait a minute, there was a police report. Where's she getting this shit from? I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue. Did you sign anything? I haven't signed anything. Regardless about a court order, I haven't signed anything. Nothing. But the best thing of it all, what's more stronger than anything, is that my rights was never read to me. I was never taken in front of a magistrate. The officers never had the warrant in their possession. That's under Minnesota laws. That's under Minnesota appeals court laws. The appellate, that's under Minnesota Superior Court laws. And I'll give it to you right now. I'll give it to you right now. In Minnesota, it states right here, case in Minnesota. Case in Minnesota, okay? It states out like this here. While the Fourth Amendment has been badly violated because of due process of law, But now I'm going to come down here, all right? Warrant to be in the possession of the arresting officer. Warrant to be in the possession of the arresting officer. Warrant to be in the possession of the arresting officer. Warrant to be in the possession of the arresting officer. They got to have that warrant in their hand. Case in Minnesota. All right? Right here. Case in Minnesota. So you can see it. Case in Minnesota. So you understand that I'm not lying to you, nothing. Okay? And it states here in the case of Minnesota in the municipal courts, no court clerk, no court deputy, no prosecutor. Listen carefully. No court clerk, no court deputy, no court prosecutor can order a warrant for an individual's arrest. It is unconstitutional. The court stated the United States Superior Court has ruled there is problems when warrants are being issued, which each case which each case is violated the principle of the Constitution. Each case, the problem in Carmen versus Municipal Court, 38-7 U.S. 541. Then it says, since the talking of an affidavit in a criminal procedures is imposed as duty of a jury, an affidavit taken before a clerk or prosecutor attorney is not significant as a base for the issue of a warrant. Is not significant as a basis for the issue of a warrant. No warrant can be rubber stamped. No warrant can be rubber stamped. A warrant is disregard and as insufficient and void. No warrant can be rubber stamped. No warrant. In other words, you just can't take a rubber stamp that you made, that the state made with the judge's name on it and put it on the warrant. That judge's signature has to be on the warrant. That judge's signature has to be on the warrant. No ifs and no buts. The judge or magistrate's signature has to be on the warrant. When I told this dude, this This dude, I'm like, dude, I don't need no public defense. I don't want no public defense. So they push him in front of me. They got nothing with my signature on it. You know what they got? Under duress. Under duress. Under duress. Under duress. That's all I signed. I didn't even sign my name. Under duress. Under duress. I don't sign my name to shit. Under duress. Says right here, you have to have a sworn affidavit to complete a complaint. Oh my God. Oh my God. It says here, a sworn affidavit by a person. The state is not a victim. Habeas corpus. And this come from the Superior Court of Minnesota. No hearsay. The prosecutor cannot know. The prosecutor cannot know the parties. Now, this prosecutor go out drinking with them, party with them, know about their families and all of that. That's what he do. That's what he do. That's what he do. It is so funny how corrupt these motherfuckers are, man. And I'm fighting back. I'm fighting back. Because I have that constitutional right to fight back. Excuse me. Terry couldn't believe what he was reading. He called me. We spoke again last night, man, and he couldn't believe it. He's like, where does this fucking lady get this shit from? I said, yeah. And then, so I'm laying back, man, right? And I got to call Terry, tell Terry where I know this doctor from. No. I already called my buddy, he's Cali, and add that to their report. So they did some digging. They did some digging. And let me explain something to you. When you know some people that could get some shit on people, you shouldn't fuck with them. So I don't fuck with nobody. I stay to myself and everything else, you know? I don't mess with nobody. I don't give a fuck if I see some woman getting her ass whipped. That's between you and him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I wouldn't give a fuck if I see some police officer getting shot down like the dogs they are. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. You know? That's none of my business. None of my business whatsoever. You know? And that's the problem with society. Mind your fucking business. You know, mind your business. You see all over the news, oh, this citizen helped stop this guy for the police. Going to be a so-called bystander, a good bystander, see what's going to happen to your ass. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers got their asses whipped in California for that same shit because it's none of your business. It's none of your business. Mind your own fucking business. You know, but this right here, retaliation, hate. That's what this charge is on me. Retaliation and hate. Because they're trying to figure out, can we get this son of a bitch to trial? They postpone it. I'm ready for trial, man. You know, I got my witness statements ready to be filed in the courts. It's not going to be 2 days. Oh, fuck that white son of a bitch. It ain't going to be 2 days. No. And, you know, for once, I don't want to meet no more female doctors. Talk to no fucking female doctors. Fuck them female doctors out here. No. You female, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Keep fucking walking. You know? You had, the old saying is, you already had your bite of the apple. You fucked it up. So it's not happening no more. You're not pushing no more of this bullshit on me. You violated my constitutional rights. You violated my constitutional rights. And when I'm telling them this, it got to be on record. Because I told them that in court. I don't understand. You do not have jurisdiction over this. I'm only here because of the warrant was issued. I turned myself in. This lady lied on her fucking report. She literally lied like all white people in Minnesota do. Lied. and women. Lied. She cared more about a lawsuit, which I still could not figure out. And my buddy asked his wife, which is a psychiatrist, all right, a licensed psychiatrist. And she said, quote, unquote, under our rules, we are not allowed to ask nothing about financial or anything like that. We just got to sit there, talk to you, see where your head's at and everything else. The whole conversation was recorded. I let her listen to it. And the first thing she said, what doctor is that? So I look at the report and give her the doctor's name. She's in so much ethnic violations, man. It's not even funny. You can't talk about somebody's lawsuits. But what bothered me more than anything is when she said, quote, unquote, she could pull up anybody's records. So she has been doing dirt on patients. This lady has been doing dirt. If they're a guy, any attorney that was fighting this lady's decisions should contact me. I'm with you on the lawsuit against her. I am with you on the lawsuit against her and her business. I am with you 1,000%. Because all she talked about basically was the lawsuits. That's all she talked about. Well, how much money do you think you're going to get? How long do you think it will be? When do you think you'll get an offer? That's what was coming out. Everything was being recorded. That's why I played it for Terry. I said, before you make any decision, listen to this, Terry. Listen to this shit here. And I had my phone on. I don't give a fuck about y'all, what y'all got to say. The United States Superior Court rule, we got the right to record every conversation. We have that constitutional right, and it was being recorded when we was in that room. There's a camera in the room. We got to record every governor, every fucking politician, every judge in the courthouse. The Constitution, they passed the bill. They already passed it, said the people have the right to record government officials. The people have the right to record government officials, courthouses, businesses, everything, because it's in public. Then you got the other half of the idiots. You can't record me. You can't record me. Motherfucker, look at that camera right there recording you. Take it up with the city. Don't take it up with me. Take it up with the city. That's how stupid America is. And we got to wake up, man. These people cannot continue violating our constitutional rights. We got to fight back. It says in the Constitution, when the government cannot have that much power, the power comes from we, the people. Once that happens, we have the right to overthrow our government. We have that constitutional right. We have the right to bear arms. There was a deputy. Now, I don't know if he was speaking the truth or what. No, he was a sheriff. I don't know if he was speaking the truth or what, but I hope he was. Okay? Let me see if I can find it. I hope he was telling the truth about what he was saying. But this man, if he was running for president, I would vote for him. Okay? I would vote for him. If this man was running for president, here it is right here. If this deputy speech.
Personally, could you pull that mic up a little bit? Is that better? Okay. I just want to personally and publicly go on record supporting this resolution before us this evening. You know, guys, it's simple, like a lot of them have said. The Constitution needs no explanation. It's been enforced for several hundred years now. It's easy to understand. It says what it means. It means what it says. And the last time I read the Declaration of Independence, it specifically reminds all of us that we're endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, which means God-given. Among these, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And that governments were instituted among men specifically to secure our God-given rights. And it says when government becomes destructive to these ends, meaning when they go above and beyond trying to secure our liberties and trying to take them, it's the right of the people to alter or abolish that government, either by voting or ultimately, God forbid, to use our Second Amendment rights to protect ourselves from tyranny. And I'm just asking all of y'all to unanimously join our sister counties of Wilkes, Surrey, Stokes, Lincoln, and Cherokee can get on board with this thing and publicly demonstrate to us that you're willing to uphold and honor the same oath I took when I put my hand on God's word and held my other hand up to him and swore that I'd give my life to defend that Constitution. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but regardless of what y'all do or don't do, I'm not going to enforce an unconstitutional law. I'm going to protect the people of this county regardless of what's done here. So I'm just praying. I've been praying about this thing all week, and God would touch y'all's heart and say, hey, let's get on board. Let's do the right thing. Let's let these people know that we're here to support them, and we're not going to allocate any personnel, finances, resources, or facilities to infringe on their liberties. Thank you.
Now, if that man is telling the truth, he'd be the first law enforcement that told the truth. Because it says in our Constitution Bill of Rights, in the Declaration of Independence, it says the last offense to protect our constitutional rights and our country is the sheriff. He took an oath to protect the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Independent Bill of Rights. He took an oath. Now, if that man is telling the truth, and if he was running for president, I'll vote for him. There'll be two people that I would vote for if he was running for president. This judge, where the Spanish deputy raped his family members, and the attorney wanted to get him bail. And that judge, that lady judge, said no bail. Being held without bail, you are dangerous to the community. You are dangerous to the public. You wear a badge. You carry a gun. You know better. Now, that deputy got to get the same time as they give to a Spanish or a black person, whatever. He got to get life in prison for raping his own family kin, and he was a deputy. That judge, that judge and this deputy, if those two was running for president, I would vote for them. Because that lady judge stood up. She literally stood up for the people he raped. Now, mind you, she's going to have hell from her superiors. That she's going to have. But she stood up and held that deputy without bail. Fuck your safety. Fuck all of that. We don't got. You should have thought about that before you molested and raped your family members. You knew what you was doing. When you get these son of bitches in courts, the only thing that's supposed to be coming out of your mouths is they guilty. They know better. They swore to the oath to abide and protect the constitutional rights, regardless of what nationality a person is. You took an oath to protect the constitutional rights and every human being's rights. Because you think you're a cop, there's no such law, and there cannot be no law. Once you are handcuffed, you are arrested. You are false imprisonment, kidnapped. You don't gotta turn around when they tell you to turn around. There's no law that says you got to turn around. No fucking law in the Constitution. And that's what I go by, the Constitution. I don't give a fuck about some man-made laws. The Constitution overrides their laws. And where the fuck do some of these judges that's sitting on they are the crookedest motherfuckers. Some of these judges are some dirty, crooked motherfuckers. Start DNA testing their asses. Start blood alcohol testing them, drug testing them. Let's start going through their bank accounts. Let's start going through their phones. See how many prostitutes they called. See how many hoes they got out there pregnant. That's what we got to do. Get all of these crooked bastard judges off the bench. They took an oath. They took an oath There was a survey done by the FBI. And it came out in 2023 of February. And they stated in their report that yes, the court system is very racist, profiling, and everything else. For the same crime a white person do, they give African Americans, which I'll call blacks, Spanish, which I'll call either Mexican or whatever, more time for the same crime than they do whites. Excuse me. Than they do whites. They always say probable cause when there was really no probable cause when it comes to whites, blacks, or Spanish people. Whites, no probable cause. Blacks, they always say probable cause on blacks and Spanish. No matter what. They always say probable cause. Always. Always. See, always. They always say probable cause. And the judges, this punk judge, what's his name? Tommy something. He lost, man. He lost. You know, and I already filed a complaint on this judge. And you don't tell me what judge could be in a case and what judge can't. I got that constitutional right, man. I have that constitutional right. I got the right, because of bias and racist, to have this shit moved to federal court. I have that constitutional right. You're not gonna keep violating my fucking constitutional rights, man. That's not happening no more. That's not fucking happening no more, man. You know, that judge, my divorce judge, made me wake up. Because every illegal thing that she did to me, she's supposed to be behind bars. She says identity theft was okay. Social security theft was okay. Cleaning out the bank account was okay. Perjury was okay. False testimony was okay. False evidence was okay. Changing dates on legal documents was okay. But yet, the United States courts says it's a federal crime to alter any legal documents. All states have a code which states that under perjury. So when it comes to guys, you could be charged with perjury, but not women. They locked up this black attorney for perjury, conspiracy, the works. Conspiracy to commit perjury, made perjury, and locked up his client with the same charge. California, New York, Chicago, Florida, Texas, Alabama, Wyoming, Wisconsin. But not in Minnesota. Not in Minnesota. Not in Minnesota. Minnesota allows perjury. They love perjury. They don't give a damn about what the penal codes are, even though the Superior Court ruled all codes, rules, and regulations and penal codes are for government employees, not for the Biden citizen. So how you charging me with threats when I said, quote, unquote, I'm coming after y'all what the constitutional right gives me the right to do and what the law gives me the right to do? You violated my constitutional rights. You violated my constitutional rights. You allow perjury, false testimony, an attorney testifying. Attorneys can't testify. Attorneys cannot testify. You either a witness or an attorney, and attorneys lie. Attorneys lie. That's the best thing about it, and we know this. And all attorney, public defenders, and court-appointed attorneys, their duties and obligation is to the courts, not to their clients. I'll even give you the case right now, since I'm talking about that, so you can see for yourselves. Okay?
Okay, Mr. Bar Attorney, I'm just going to let everyone know your little secret. Okay? So this is 7 Corpus Juris Secundum, Section 4, attorney and client. You're the attorney. Someone's your client. Well, the first duty is to the courts and the public, not to the clients. And whoever the duties to his client conflicts with those that he owes as an officer of the court in the administration of justice, the former must yield to the latter. That's right. So, guys, listen.
Listen, for the last time, man, you even got the case. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. I already seen this punk-ass attorney, man. Check out what he do. Like, I tell Terry everything because he's the only person I know, right? So anyway, I called this son of a bitch and I said, fuck it. I started texting this son of a bitch every day. Where's the shit at? Where's the shit at? Call me back. He only did it when he wanted to do it. And he doesn't even do it. I got maybe 3 calls since this case from this attorney. And it'll show it on my phone. It'll show it on my phone. It'll show it on my phone records. Hold on for a minute. It'll show it on my phone records. Show it on my phone records and everything. All of the text messages I sent this guy, you know? And then like when I sent him the text message about, well, where's a copy of this report? I need this report, you know, because I want to see what this person did. And when I was finished with that psych evaluation, I immediately called Terry and texted him. I said, it's over. He couldn't believe it. Wait a minute. The court's ordered, which Terry couldn't understand. Wait a minute. The court's ordered this and this and that. I said, yep. How is it possible that it's over? It's over. You know? And what happened was, because I'm Muslim, you know, and I said, when she asked me my Muslim name, I was like, what are you talking about, my Muslim name? My name's Shafiq, you know, and I'm Muslim. And then that's when it hit me. None, I remember this broad. Yes, I remember this woman. I remember this woman. It hit me. She canceled everything. Slammed down her computer and got the hell out of there. Yeah, that's what she did. That's what she did. And I told Terry everything. And he goes, what? I said, yep. I remember her now. This is what they sent me from the Department of Human Services, okay? Which I don't understand how they're using their stuff. But that's good, though, because the Department of Human Services can be sued, too, behind this doctor, this site called Site Doctor, all right? And it was called a Rule 20.01/20.04. Okay. (6 to 8 hours). I kept telling her I seen her faces I never forget. I never forget faces. Never. Never forget faces in a million years. Never. That's how good my mind is. My memory is. Never. You know? And it kept bothering me. Where do I know this person from? And it hit me while we was doing the thing. And I just played it off. You know? I'm like, okay, whatever. But as soon as I said my name and Muslim, everything stopped. She got the fuck out of there. Immediately called Terry up, told Terry, and he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. And Terry saw the same paper, because I took a picture of it and sent it to him. Saw the same thing, what the judge did. The judge did this to me, because I said, I'm going pro per, I'm representing myself. You have nothing there with my signature, and you can't force no public defender on me. I have the constitutional right. So they try to play these games. Well, I'm on an order site. You don't got the authority to order no psych evaluation on me. There's nothing wrong with me because you're some racist bastards. I got the right to say that. I have that constitutional right. When I read the report, I was hot. She got there 10:15, 10:20 because she was running late. Got out of there at exactly 12:30 p.m. That's when she walked out the door. Stopped everything. About 12:30, she out of there. 12:20, 12:30. Okay? I got downstairs. Takes a while for the elevator because the elevator's slow over there in that building. I got downstairs. I'm trying to text Terry in the elevator, but no signal. Got outside. Text Terry at 12:39 p.m. 12:39 p.m. She walked out about 12:20, 12:30. Once I said, yes, I'm Muslim. Yes, my name is Shafiq. She walked out completely. Completely. So where did she get all this shit from? Don't have a fucking clue. Now, I didn't give you no authority to go through none of my medical records. The courts don't even have authority to go through nobody's medical records. That's privacy. Violation of my privacy. You have no right to talk more about a lawsuit. So that means you in debt. You got outstanding bills. And you do this behind money. Not behind your so-called license, but behind money. And look how many lives this person destroyed behind $2,500 from the state. So you defrauded the state. In every case that you heard against a defendant, every decision you made on the defendant was all lies. Just for the dollar. Just for your dollar. And this is America. This ain't fucking America. This is high off Hitler. Just for a dollar bill. The same thing you did to each defendant that was not crazy, the same thing has to be done to you. There's no ifs and no buts. And she put all kinds of weird shit in here. Stuff that doesn't make no fucking sense whatsoever. Then she lied. And Terry goes, wait a minute, there is a police report. I said, yep. When you got assaulted by Mimi, yep. When she put you in the hospital, yep. All kind of paper trail. All kind of paper trail. Paper trail when as soon as the hospital found out that she was stage 3, my doctor immediately had tests done to me. That so-called medicine that they give you to try to prevent you from getting HIV, all you did was got sick. That's all it was. You got sick like a dog. That's all it was. You know? Yeah. All medical records right there. Yeah. This fucking lady lied. She fucking lied. Now, of all the years of my life, it take one white person. My conclusion, he has a mental brain damage. From where? From where? From where? From where? From where? From where? And then she says, it's some medical record that I hit my head twice. No, I didn't. I've never hit my head. I have fallen I slipped on the ice, but never hit my head. Hit my shoulder. And my arm, when I put my arm out when I fell, never hit my head. So where you getting all of this shit from? Unless you're getting it from somebody that's writing shit that's not putting down what was told. And don't say people don't do that, because a lot of white people do that. I remember years ago, man, you had two people in your doctor's appointments. One to make sure everything was being said correctly and written down correctly. Then the stuff was going over. Nowadays, you got probably one person or no people at all. They just write what they want to write in the reports to benefit them. They just write what they want to write in the reports, you know? And it's pitiful because now you can't even trust medical whatsoever. You can't trust medical no more. I remember when, what the hell is the name of that medicine? They tried to shoot me up with this medicine when the deputy assaulted me while I was handcuffed, hit me in the head, put my $200 in his pocket. Okay? Oh, yeah, and that's also there's another thing. That's also in the so-called police report. What does that got to do with what I said now? What does that got to do with 2020, what I said now? Not a fucking thing. Yeah, the fucking deputy put my $200 in his pocket. I'll say it until I drop the fuck dead. I'm not afraid of no fucking body. The punk hit me in the head while I was handcuffed. Scratched the top of my head. It was bleeding. They don't fucking, you know, this racist fat motherfucker, man, pisses me off so much, you know. I'm coming after you. What the law and the Constitution right says, you're a racist motherfucker. I got the right to say this. I got the constitutional right to say what's on my mind. I don't give a damn about people's feelings no more. I really don't. When you come at me dirty, I'm coming after you the right way. What the law and the constitutional right gives me the right to sue your ass. Gives me the right to take everything you own. That gives me that constitutional right. The right to sue. I have the right to sue false imprisonment, kidnap, attempted murder on my life, false charges, false allegations, false report, falsified arrest. I have that constitutional right. I have that constitutional right. Give you another one. You cannot be pictured and fingerprinted if you are not found guilty. Period. You have to be convicted of a crime to be pictured and fingerprinted. So many courts ruled on that as a violation of their privacy, in violation of that person's privacy. And they can't overrule that decision. That's been from so many Superior Court rulings, so many lawsuits. But people are stupid. You know, and then it also states that a summons have to be sent to the individual. This motherfucker never did no summons. He immediately put a warrant out for my arrest when he knowingly knows behind profiling, racial profiling, behind hate, behind retaliation. Because I talked about his Klansmen as friends. Ku Klux Klan judges. Okay? That's it. I called them racist motherfuckers. That's the only thing they got. So they say that's a threat. There's no threat there. I got a constitutional right to let you know that I'm suing you. I got that right to let you know. Fuck your laws. Fuck your rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations and penal codes are for government officials. That's been ruled so many times in all fucking courts. You lose immunity once you violate constitutional rights. You lose immunity. Immunity denied. Immunity denied. That's been ruled so many places, so many courts, in superior courts, federal courts. When you knew what you was doing, you knew you violated my constitutional rights. Because of racial profiling, in other words, I'm a nigga like you call me. I'm disabled like you say. Discriminated. Attempted murder on my life. You all knew what you was doing. You all knew what you was doing. So to prevent me, trying to prevent me from representing myself, which I got a constitutional right to do, I got a right to file my appeal before this even go anywhere. I got a right to make an emergency appeal that y'all can't even fucking touch. I got that fucking right. Not the state, because the state cannot be a victim. The state cannot be a victim. So then you got to bring down the person that called all of these sheriff's departments. That person will be subpoenaed behind hate, what she hate, so much hate she has for me. And every one of her lies to the sheriff's department will come out in a jury trial. Proof. 5/7/2020. My ex-wife moved in with Sue Johnson. My ex-wife, Sue Johnson, helped my ex-wife move out with the sheriffs. The sheriff department of Faribault was my ex-wife's personal moving company. On 5/7/2020 at 9 p.m. Sheriff's department seen on video helping my ex-wife move everything out to Steele County. But wait a minute. Faribault Sheriff's Department ain't got no business in Steele County. That's a totally different county. They don't got no right to cross over. They have no fucking right to cross over from one county to another county, regardless if they sheriffs, they deputies. It's just like a police car can't go to a certain distance because then they in violation of crossing over. No matter what. She used the personal deputies as her moving crew on 5/7/2020, 9 o'clock p.m. They were her personal moving crew. Showed on video. Showed when the motherfucker snatched my money, put my money in his pocket, took it out of my wallet. Showed, no, I need his wallet. Give me his wallet. The judge turned around and told my ex, and she had to think about it, which really pissed me off. Wait a minute, you stopped all insurance on this man? No, I'm ordering you to reinstate all insurance. She canceled everything on me because she had help. Because this person has done it before. She used to tell us how she used to rip off guys and her baby's daddy. She tells every day how she filed this and that against this idiot's other first wife. She filed everything for him, saying she's an alcoholic. She all of this, she's all of that. But nobody investigates nothing. Nobody investigates. The courts in the state of Minnesota loves fraud, loves perjury. They love it. They love it. The judges love perjury, love fraud. The judges in Minnesota loves this shit. Each judge should be investigated on all cases. Probable cause. Wait a minute. He called him a motherfucker. Okay. He called them racist bastards. Okay. He says, I'm coming after you. What the law says I got a right. He says, I hope your whole goddamn family dies. Okay. All right. That's hurtful, but okay. Everybody says that when they argue with somebody. Everybody in the United States, everybody in the world says the same fucking thing I say. Pigs threatens to kill us. They're not charged with attempted murder. Pigs beat us when we handcuffed. They're not charged for attempted murder. Pigs threaten, nigga, you better stop. I'm going to shoot you in your back. On video. On fucking video. On their body cameras. Show them for murder. Show them killing innocent bystanders. Show them killing suspects. And you come at me with this bullshit? So let's see. What's the difference here? Because I said I hope your whole fucking family drop dead. So fucking what? I hurt your feelings? Constitution right don't give a fuck about your motherfucking feelings. Constitution right don't got a motherfucking thing about your feelings. My father, his father, our fathers fought for this fucking country, fought for our constitutional rights, fought to protect our Bill of Rights, to protect our constitutional rights. You know, Adam says that it's not going to be a foreign country or domestic country that destroys the United States. It's going to be the terrorists within it. And our government is the biggest terrorist in the world. Our government is the biggest corruption in the world. You know, and it's the duty of the sheriff that sworn to take an oath, under oath, to protect the constitutional rights from foreign and domestic and within. And when they say within, they say from judges, politicians, other law enforcement, the works. It is the duty of the sheriff. The common law is the law of the land. The common law is the law of the land. It is the duty of the sheriff. Thomas Jefferson wrote, it is the duty of the sheriff that took an oath to protect the constitutional right and defend against domestic terrorists. The only way that the United States would lose their constitutional rights is by within it, by its own government. By its own government. We have the right to picket. We have the right to overthrow the government. We have the right to put in office and take out of office. We, the people, have that constitutional right. The last defense comes from the duty of the sheriff to protect the Constitution. To protect the Constitution. The duty of the sheriff. When I heard that deputy, that sheriff, made that speech. I said, if this man is true, what he said, because he took an oath to protect the Constitution from domestic and foreign and within our own government, and to overthrow our government for violation of constitutional rights, that's a good sheriff. And he white. That's a good sheriff. If he meant that from his heart, and if he ran for president, I'll vote for him. Because he stated, and you heard it, I played it, he is going to protect the constitutional rights from the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, all the way down. You got the right to bear arms. I don't care what no Democrat or Republican got to say. But what is so funny, you motherfuckers don't say a goddamn thing when they go out here and they kill African Americans and Mexican and Spanish people. That's unarmed. Shoot them in the back. Killing them when they cuffed. Y'all don't do no shit. All of this is all bullshit that y'all get thrown in. You want to get rid of guns? Get rid of all law enforcement guns. Get rid of all of their guns then. Get rid of all of their guns. Start prosecuting these motherfuckers, and these jury members need to start finding these motherfuckers guilty. Because sooner or later, the same thing that you let these motherfuckers get away with, they're going to do the same thing to your motherfucking stupid ass. They're going to beat your kids. They're going to rape your kids. They're going to do the same thing to you. It's just like that house nigga, mayor, home in New York. Okay? Adam. He on his way to federal prison. Him and his accountant. Yeah, we getting tired of you. You know you our puppet, you our house nigga. You know? So your stupid ass is going to go down with your accountant for election fraud and laundering money. Your stupid ass, you went out there, kissed them white people's ass, and your stupid ass is going down with your accountant. And you belong where you belong. You belong in federal prison. You's a house nigga. You's a straight house nigga. You know, and I love it when a lot of these motherfuckers that goes against their own kind, they getting busted now all over the United States. From Republicans and Democrats, they getting popped now. You know, Maxwell, she got popped. Okay, put her stupid ass in prison. Put her stupid ass in prison. Then you had the Spanish lady, I don't know if she's from Honduras or Mexico or what, but then she talk about, well, fuck it, we don't give the niggas shit. On tape, on recording. And then you hear other blacks saying the same fucking thing. City council members in California, on video, on tape, they being recorded. Yeah, well, I don't mind that, but as soon as it be a nigger, I mean, fuck it, let's just lock them up for disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct. We can make up charges. Yeah, we always make up charges. We just make sure that this goes in front of a judge that we know, that we put in office. These motherfuckers got busted on recording. There's no fucking such thing where we'll let you resign and you getting paid taxpayers' dollars. No, your motherfucking ass is fine. Let me explain something to you, stupid son of bitches. When you lose your job for something stupid, do they come at you with let's let you resign? No, you lost your fucking job. So you can't feed your family. You can't do shit but try to find another. What happened to your last job? Oh, I got fired. Oh, sorry, we don't want you. But you stupid son of a bitches believe these motherfuckers during election time. Let me tell y'all something. If I was a governor, first of all, I'll be cleaning house from city council members to the courts and everything. I'll be cleaning house. Nobody is protected by the laws when you commit crimes. You are you belong behind bars. There will be no bail for any law enforcement that rapes and molests a child. There will be no bail. Taxpayers will not be paying no attorney fees for no law enforcement. Tax dollars will not be going to that. You're not going to come to me and say, well, we need financial funding for more police. You ain't getting no more police. You ain't getting no more deputies. Every governor, every government employee will be drug tested and alcohol tested. That's what it says. That's what will happen. Your DNA will be in the system. No ifs and no buts. And I bet you $1,000 once we start putting deputies and sheriffs and pigs DNA in the system, we're going to get so many hits from so many different states in the United States for rape, murder. There'll be over 2,000-3,000 hits once we put their DNA in the system. That's a known fact. That's a known fact. Once we put those motherfuckers' DNA in the system, there's going to be hits from all over the United States for rapes and murders. That's a known fact. There's no ifs and no buts about it. See, the problem with society, they stupid. They are literally stupid. We, the people, put in office, take out of office. We, the people, put in office, take out of office. It's up to the grand jury, that is we, the people, to decide what laws this man violated or this woman violated, and if they violated the constitutional rights. Declaration of Independence. If you are violating this man or this woman's constitutional rights, which is on the Declaration of Independence, it's we, the people. We, the people, can overthrow our government because they are so corrupt. We put in office, we take out of office. The only time these Republicans and Democrats want your votes is behind lies. We should put Lassie, or Lassie's dead. I don't know if y'all know anything about Lassie, but Lassie was a dog show. I used to love that show because I love animals, you know. But we could put an animal. Since they say a chimpanzee and a monkey has the brain as a human, we could put a monkey in office to be the president. Presidents don't run shit. That's been proven in so many courts, man. In Madison versus the United States, Madison versus Superior Court, Congress cannot pass no laws. Presidents cannot pass no laws. Congress cannot pass no laws. Presidents cannot pass no laws. Governors cannot pass no executive orders. And read your fucking Constitution right. Bring up Madison. Best case in the world and could never be overturned. That Superior Court Judge Thomas, he's supposed to be in prison. He's supposed to be in prison, in federal prison, waiting to be executed for the treason he did against his sworn oath of office and to protect the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. He's supposed to have been locked up a long time ago. Other countries, you know what they do in other countries, man? For crooked government, they walk right up on your ass during a meeting. They take you out. 2 days trial, you're executed. China does it. Taiwan, India, Muslim countries do it. Germany does it. Our laws are not from the United States. from England. You see, that's where our laws come from, England. Read your Constitution. Read your original Constitution. It says it in there. It says about sovereigns. So you get some of these stupid judges in here that claim that there's no such thing. But guess what? In the Constitution, it says we are sovereign people. That's what it says. That's what it says. That's what it says in the Constitution. In the Declaration of Independence, that's what it says. All people are sovereigns. Don't believe me? Read it. Read your Constitution. Read your fucking Constitution. You know, and it's funny because every judge, every judge, every public defender, every court clerk has to have a bond. Anything that works in the courthouse has to have a bond. Oath of office bond. Now you got all over the United States, clerks are getting arrested for personating the court clerk, signing court documents when they know and they fully knowingly and aware they did not have an oath of office bond on record. Now you got a lot of clerks going to jail. Everything that they signed is void. Every fucking thing they signed is void. Everything they signed is void. See? And it's slowly coming to Minnesota. You see judges now, a person files a complaint or complain about a judge. These motherfuckers are being investigated in other states. Only in Minnesota, judges get away with racial profiling, discrimination, hate, retaliation. That's the biggest one, is retaliation. Retaliation and hate and racial profiling is the three biggest ones these judges do. There's a judge that was going through a divorce in Minnesota. He talked to a deputy that worked in his courthouse. Who you know that won't come back to me, try to rob my wife and all of this shit. So the deputy got an inmate that he knew. But they forgot about one important thing. That lady was packing. That fucking lady was packing. She was strapped. That's all I'm gonna say on that. She was strapped. And she had every motherfucking right to put a cap in his ass. She had every fucking right. You know, where do y'all people get that these motherfuckers are above the laws? I don't understand it, man. But if I was governor, once your ass got cuffed, you lost your job. Fuck your union. Fuck the city council members. They go to jail with you because they are crooked too. See, people got to understand, once you are a criminal, once you go against the people, you are a criminal. Even jury members are so stupid, they don't know a fucking thing about the law or the Constitution. They're only going by what the judge got to say. Well, these are the trial rules and regular rules and everything. But the most important thing is, guess what? Those rules and regulations are for government officials. It says in the constitutional right, you cannot and shall not be arrested for no crime. In the Constitution, Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence, that's what it says. You shall not be held for no famous crime, no amiss crime. That's what it says. These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is not just there to protect us, but to keep them in order, to keep government officials from being corrupted, which we got the right to picket. We got the right to overthrow our government. We got the right to bear arms. We got the right to defend our property, our families. We have that constitutional right. Is there anything in there that says they got the right to cuff us? No. They don't got the right to put their hands on us, but yet they turn around, well, he assaulted me. Them laws are not for us, man. Wake the fuck up. Get rid of these public defenders. Get rid of these so-called, look, I already showed it to y'all. Okay, I already showed it to y'all. The duty of each court-appointed attorney, his duty is to the courts, not to his clients. Attorney and client. 7. CJS. Court-appointed attorneys and public defenders' duty is to the courts, not to his client. Now, I saw how bad this public defender was. This guy, he just got out of jail. And this is how ignorant and stupid people are in Minnesota. This guy gets out of jail. He got locked up always by the same fucking deputy. This man is home in his bed. They raid his house. The same deputy busted his house. About 2 or 3 in the morning. He's sound asleep in his bed. They claim that they heard music at 2 or 3 in the morning coming from his house. You got houses all over there. House here, house here, house here. But only his house. The same fucking deputy that been locking him up. But nobody sees the picture there. Nobody sees the line there. Nobody sees the conspiracy. So when I'm listening to this guy, and I tell him, I said, dude, you mean to tell me the same fucking deputy? Yeah, the same fucking deputy. They grew up together, the same fucking deputy. And the public defenders don't listen. So this motherfucker, John Dillinger, his name is, that's the public defenders now. I said, man, you not being my public defender. You know, first of all, violating my constitutional rights. I wasn't put in front of a magistrate. The warrant was never read to me. Like it says in Superior Court of Minnesota, ruled about that. You got to be immediately taken in front of a magistrate. Immediately. The warrant got to be in possession of the officer that makes the arrest. Now I was took over to 2 different counties that had no fucking jurisdiction over me. This motherfucker didn't care. So he does this little statement. So the best ones that came out now, the best Superior Court rulings in the world for freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of expression. The best rulings in the world. The best rulings, you know, and it deals with a lot of things from domestic violence and all of this and all of that. Now it's harder for these judges and prosecutors to even charge somebody with domestic violence and everything like that. And it shouldn't even never been no law whatsoever about domestic violence because women lie. Women lie. We, all of us good guys know that women lie. Women lie. Women are the corrupt of society. Women lie. I have not once yet met a woman, well, there's no such thing no more as, dogs, I call them, but they lie. It's very rare that you find a real lady. That's gone. There's no more such thing as ladies no more. Ever since the internet came out, ever since all of this shit came out on Instagram and what you call that other one, Facebook and shit. Those are trash dog women. There's no ladies no more in history in our time right now. There's no ladies no more. There's no ladies no more. Years ago, there used to be ladies with respect, dignity. Years ago. Now, this new generation, no, there's no ladies. No ladies. No ladies whatsoever. You got two kinds. You got a woman and a lady. Well, you got three. You got a child, turns into a girl, turns into a woman, turns into a lady. There's no ladies no more in this world. With this new generation, there's no ladies whatsoever. You got all over the internet showing their ass. I hate that. I hate that stuff. I really hate that, man. Butt naked, showing their tits, showing their ass, showing they pussy, all of this stuff, man. They have no respect for themselves. None whatsoever. My ex-wife had 2 of those accounts like that, showing her ass off and everything, and we found them during my divorce. And I couldn't believe it. I could not fucking believe it. And if I would have known what I know now, I would have never married her. I would have never married her, you know. And I can't. I don't trust no fucking woman. No woman. No woman. I don't give a fuck what they are, what career they are. They did dirt and they are dirty. All you got, everybody has a trail. Everyone has a trail. And now they got this thing where you can search that person's picture off of Google. And it can hit any kind of website these people have. Yeah. You could search on Google now, the system where you need a picture and you attach it and everything. And you hit it on Google for search image, and it'll go through everything. It'll go through all kinds of websites and bam, 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 bam. And you'll see where the person's at. All of that information will come up. That's scary. That's also crazy, man. You know, but nah, there's no ladies no more, man. There's the women nowadays don't have no respect for themselves. They parents should be ashamed. They parents should be ashamed because they shamed their parents and stuff, you know. They really did, you know. It's insane how society became so more stupid and racist and hate than anything else, man. Than anything else. But I had to put that out there because I saw that, man, and I'm like, no way. If this sheriff is speaking the truth from his heart, and he's white, then he's a good sheriff. You know, he's a good sheriff. And if he was running for president, and if he meant that he took the oath of office, like he said, to protect the Constitution, he's sworn on the Bible to protect the Constitution, the oath of office, and that's a good man. Now, I don't know how many dirty deputies he got, but if he do have them, he needs to either remove them or lock them up, but then that's a good man. I would vote for him. And what shocked me is this woman judge. If she ran for president, I would vote for her. Because one thing I really enjoyed watching about this lady judge, and I call her a lady, and the reason why is because that's the first judge I ever saw in my lifetime on the news that cared, that respected life, and was hurt and mad about what that deputy did to his own family members. That lady judge threw the book at that son of a bitch. His attorney couldn't say shit because that lady judge said he is dangerous to society because he has a badge and carries a gun. He is being held without bail for molesting and raping his own family members, that old girls and kids. That is a lady. She felt the pain what those kids went through because she's a lady. She knows how hard and how terrified and the pain that those girls are going to go through for the rest of their lives. That's a lady. That judge, I tilt my hat to that lady judge. She's a lady. She held that motherfucker with no bail, which she should have done from the beginning. He was out on the street, go to court, snatched everything from that motherfucker. Hell without bail. You have destroyed those girls' lives by molesting them and raping them. See, we need more judges like that lady there. Because some of these judges, these guy judges, smack them on the wrist, 30 days for rape, molestation, but you keep your job, your gun, your badge. Them judges do the same fucking thing. Anytime a judge let a motherfucking pig, cop, sheriff, deputy get away and out on bail for that, they doing the same fucking thing. They got child pornography. They got prostitution. They pay prostitutes. They sleeping with underage kids. They're doing the same fucking thing. That's how you know. Anytime any judge turns around, male or female, they're doing the same exact thing when they let them motherfuckers walk free. They're doing the same. There's no ifs and no buts. That's common sense. That's common sense. They're doing the same exact thing that son of a bitch did. In my eyes, you rape a child, you rape a woman, you need to get your shit cut off. That's my belief. That's my belief. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if you're a cop, judge, public defender, DA, president of the United States. I don't give a fuck who you are. You molest a child, only two things should happen to you. Only two things should happen to you. Cut your shit off, put you to death. Only two things should happen to you. That's it. Because there's too many prostitutes out there for anybody to rape anybody. Prostitution is the biggest billion-dollar corporation. Now they call them call girls. But it's still prostitution. And believe it or not, we are being pimped. Because our government is our pimps. They make us work, pay taxes and everything else. So what do a prostitute do? Give the money to their pimp. So our own government is pimping us out. But y'all don't see it that way. Y'all, oh, no. Our own government takes our tax dollars, give it to other countries when we got homeless, we got vets that are losing everything. See, our own government don't give a fuck about us. It's time to take over our people. Wake the fuck up. It's time to put out of business every crooked politician, every crooked congressman, every crooked Republican and Democrat. We have to put in prison. We got the right to oversee our government for the crookedness that they are into, for the murders, for the child molestation, for the child trafficking, sex trafficking, for child kidnapping. Stop saying protect our children. You don't even mean that shit. You don't even mean that. You know, put these racist moms to burn books, to get rid of Black history, to get rid of Spanish history, to get rid of Indian history. Them are the racist motherfuckers. We got to put them out of business. We got to put them out of their misery. Those are the racist motherfuckers. It does not say nothing in the constitutional right that you got a right to kill us. It says in the constitutional right, we got the right to defend our families, our home, our property. We got the constitutional right to overthrow our government once it is corrupted. We have that right. We, the people, have that constitutional right. You got maybe a handful of federal judges that is now waking the fuck up. Quality immunity denied. You got a judge, this guy is going through a divorce, and she goes search his house. He filed a lawsuit, and the appeal court said the judge's quality immunity is revoked, denied. You overthrow your boundaries, your powers, you abuse powers. Same thing I was saying about my judge. My divorce judge, she abused her powers, but nobody's listening. She abused her powers. But not one person come up to, hey, Miss Melillo, we need to talk to you, man. Not one fucking person. Not one fucking person. Not one person. It's so ironic. This bitch is trying to keep her job. The only way a judge keeps their job is when they allow perjury, false testimony, and all of that. That's the only way they keep their jobs. You know, racial profiling, racist, discriminated. Them judges keep their jobs. You know, them judges keep their jobs. You know. But we found out a lot. My investigator found out a lot about the public defender, John Dillon. Found out about this judge. Oh, we found out some good shit. And I don't even see how the fuck he's still a judge, man. I really don't, man. You know what's so funny, man, is for the last time, people, these laws, rules, codes, and regulations are for government officials, period. There's no ifs and no buts. No ifs and no buts. And they can't never overrule that. They can't never. All right? But it's funny how these motherfuckers try to judge us when they do worse things than we do, from domestic violence, threatening each other with guns. There's one deputy put a gun in his wife's head, girlfriend's head, and she a deputy, you know, and they both drunk, you know, but yet they still carry guns. Okay, isn't that amazing? You got some that had drunk driving arrests. They still on the bench. They still trying to prosecute people for the same fucking thing you did. They trying to prosecute you for the same thing that they did. Ain't that amazing? That's how hypocritical these motherfuckers are. You know, it is so, man, we found out some shit on one judge. I still don't understand why this motherfucker's not in federal prison. All I know is that he's under he was reported to, but they dropped it because of the people he know. I wouldn't give a fuck if you knew Jesus Christ. If you corrupted, you going down. I don't give a fuck who you know. I don't give a fuck if your mama is Jesus Christ, your daddy Jesus Christ. I don't give a fuck who you know. You supposed to be in jail. You supposed to be in jail. You know, and these motherfuckers, I think that there's going to be a civil war real soon. I truly believe that. And now this president, he fucked himself, man. And Congress, they fucked themselves, man. And I hope whatever neighbors they live by, they tear their houses down or whatever, because they fucked themselves by giving Israel that money. And we got veterans losing money, disability losing money, Social Security losing money, homeless losing money. And you say we don't got the money to pay these motherfuckers, man. Wow. But you eating. You got yourself a car. Got yourself a house. None of these motherfuckers need to be in office, man. We need to put a dog or a monkey in office. We need to put a chimp and a monkey in office. They got better sense and common sense than the next human being does. You know? I wouldn't vote no more for none of them motherfuckers. You know, I think I think Obama, everybody say, yeah, they all got happy. Yeah, the first black president. He was not the first black president in the United States. He was not. They stopped letting blacks vote during Lincoln's time, during George Washington's time. George Washington is not the father of this motherfucking country, man. All of that history was a lie. All of that was a fucking lie that was fed to your stupid asses. All of that shit about give the church money because that's the way you're going to heaven. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers. God never said give no church no fucking money. God said feed feed the hungry, help the poor. That's what God said. That's what Allah says. Always help your fellow neighbor. Always protect your Muslim brother and sister. That's what Allah says. God says. God never said, not even the Holy Quran says, give money to a church. Nowhere in your Bible says give money to the church. Nowhere in your Bible. So you stupid son of a bitches, let's see, you give hundreds of dollars a week. So that's less hundreds of dollars for your child, your electric bill. But you can't run to the church for help because it's spent on jets, spent on expensive jewelry, they Rolls Royce, they Cadillacs, they limousines, they Porsches, they Mercedes Benz. Y'all the stupid ones. Y'all the stupid motherfuckers. God never said give money to anybody. God never said that. And I challenge anybody out there, bring your fucking Bible. God never said that. You got more molesters, child molesters, rapists in Catholic Church, Protestant, Jewish. Baptist, Christian, Scientologists. And those are supposed to be the people for God. They speak the God's word. You ever heard the saying, a wolf in sheep clothing? That went over your head, huh? Yeah, that went over your head. A wolf in sheep clothing. Look it up. That says that in your Bibles. Y'all stupid. I hear on the news, man. Yeah, with a pastor, we gave $5,000 to the pastor. But guess what? The pastor says, we got an ATM out there. Come on, dig in your pockets. You can't just give $5. You can't give 50 cents. We know you got money and everything else. ATM right there. Charge a fee. ATM right there in the church. Start using it. Put your money to God's work. And you got ignorant fools that believe that shit. What the hell is an ATM doing inside a church? Any church that says, give me money, works for the devil. And they are the devil's sheep. Point, there's no ifs and no buts. All churches work for the devil because you're the stupid people that give them their money. You help them with their jewelry, you help them with their big mansions and all of that. Now, one motherfucking dime goes to no goddamn church. I'll say it again. I'm going to make a bowl of shit with some biscuits and rice. I'm going to say the CDC and the FDA said this is approved good food to eat. I'll make millions. Because that's how stupid people in America and society really are. So don't come up to me with this bullshit. You hold your hand on this Bible because there's no such thing in the Constitution, right? In the Constitution that says you got to put your hand on a Bible. No fucking such thing. The Bible has nothing to do with the fucking courts. It's a limit from religion and courts. There's a big difference. The courts overstep their boundaries. There's no such thing as gold flash on a flag in the court. That's disrespectful to every vet that fought for this lousy fucking country, the crookedest country and government we have. That's disrespect to the Vietnam vets, the first war, the Korean War, the Vietnam. It's disrespect to them. And if you look at it, that's not even the United States flag. That's not even the United States flag. That's a myth that they threw in your stupid asses' faces and you went for it. God never said, the Constitution right never said to pledge no allegiance to no fucking body, to no man. God never said that. God never said to stand up when you go to court. I have never stood up in no court when no fucking judge come out. You're not above me. I don't bow down to no motherfucking man or woman. I bow down to God, Allah. I will fight for my belief. I will kill for my belief. Allah. Those are the words I fight for. Those are the words I believe in. My holy Quran. I got that right. My name is Shafiq, the sword of justice, the sword of Allah. That's what my name means. And it's been my name since I was little thing. You know? That's why I fight so hard. I believe in justice. I believe in the laws of Allah. What it says. I believe in the fight for the constitutional right. The Bill of Independence. That's what I go by. But I'm weird. I'm crazy because I don't drink. I don't mess with drugs. I don't believe in sexual videos and all of that shit. But I'm weird. Y'all better look in the fucking mirror before you call anybody or accuse anybody of a crime. You better look yourselves in the mirror. I got a prosecutor that's an alcoholic. We pulled up the records. I got a judge that drinks, go hunting, and everything else. How the fuck you hunting and drinking with a gun? Where the fuck is the logic in that there? You gonna hunt and fish, you shouldn't be drinking alcohol. I got some judges that we pulled up reports on for domestic violence, assaulting their husbands, but yet they still judges. They still judges. I got a motherfucker that put in his report, my wife wasn't a prostitute. Yes, she was. That came out of her mouth. She was a prostitute. That's how she caught AIDS in Minnesota. That's how she caught AIDS in Minnesota. I never knew the bitch was from Minnesota. I met her home in California. A police report is hearsay. That's what the United States Superior Court ruled. Nothing in a police report is accurate. Nothing whatsoever. It's hearsay and it cannot be used in no criminal case, no crime, no nothing, because it's hearsay. First motherfucker, if I was governor, the first fucking thing I would be doing is removing a lot of them bullshit ass laws to help prosecution. No, it don't go like that no more. That law is revoked. Move. It's void. It does not help the people. The people voted for me. The people I protect. The people. The Bill of Rights. The Constitution I protect. Not you. No such law, and it could be never no law because it falls into the category of false imprisonment, false arrest, that you got to be handcuffed. You got to turn around. No such fucking law. Start fighting back against these motherfuckers. Once they put their hands on you, beat their motherfucking ass. You got that constitutional right, people. Wake the fuck up. Because they got that badge on, don't mean a fucking thing. They got to follow what they swore to do. Protect the Constitution. Protect your rights. tell me in my motherfucking face that he got the right to threaten to kill me, but I don't got a right to threaten to kill him. Tell me in my motherfucking face. And any judge that sides with these son of bitches needs to be investigated, needs to be removed, needs to be put in a gas chamber or hung because he violated his oath of office. Those are the laws that has to be put back in order. The same laws that's in Hong Kong, China, and every other country. You rape a child, you rape a woman, put to death. You sell drugs, put to death. You commit adultery, put to death. You lock someone up on false pretenses, false charges, you assaulted them because you got a uniform on, put to death. That's it. Fuck the NAACP, fuck all of this bullshit. Those are the laws. You corrupt, put to death. Those are the laws. Every other country puts their corrupted government to death. And we got the worst corrupt government in the world. We got the worst corrupt government in the world. Always want to start wars because these people got this and you want it. Lying to the people. And you see, people don't want to wake up. China, car manufacturer that makes all of their cars, right? The president of his company came out and said he put a halt to all electrical cars. He said, I'm not going to force no electrical cars on the people of China. They got the right to have whatever the hell they want to have. Our government has no right to tell them what to buy and what not to buy. Our government has no right to do that. So you get pulled this bullshit about plastic bags. This is plastic. This is plastic. This is plastic. This is plastic. Everything in your house is plastic. Everything you buy is plastic. Come on, let's get these stupid motherfuckers. Let's pass a bill about plastic bags. You're not alone. Plastic bags. Oh, okay, let's get these stupid son of bitches. We turn around and we say, we carry and use bags. That's how stupid society is. And you all made yourselves look like jackasses. You all made yourselves look like jackasses. Your milk, plastic container. Shampoo, plastic container. Your sheets come in plastic. You put your soap in the bar dish, plastic. So we'll tell these motherfuckers plastic is killing the world. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Prove it. Prove it. Prove that plastic is killing the environment. I'm challenging any motherfucker out there. Prove that plastic is killing the environment. Don't talk about it. Prove to me. Show me that plastic is killing the environment. What's killing the environment is wars. We have too many trees on the face of this earth that gives us oxygen. You stupid motherfuckers want to know why we getting floods and all of that? Mother Nature is tired of you son of a bitches building shit, digging holes in Mother Earth. She's getting tired of you motherfuckers. She's getting tired of y'all abusing her. Wars all the time. Digging up over here to put a 20 to 75 story building for the rich people. Just had a shakeup out in California again. California's going to be in the river soon. I think by this year, every motherfucker there is going to drop dead, going to lose their life. I say about, let me see, what's the population of California, man? Let's just say 2 million. So it'll be less than, let's just say 20%. No, that's too much. It's going to be 5% left. California going down. And I hope it happens when you got judges on the bench and all of that. So I hope a lot of judges, crooked judges, DAs, prosecutors, cops, sheriffs, deputies, pigs go down with it. You know. California going down. Yeah. Keep having these worst shakeups, man. Keep having them real bad, real bad, real bad. It's time for the biggest one again in California. It's time for the biggest one again in California. You know, I remember in '89 we had the big ass fucking earthquake, man, and I gotta laugh because it was funny than fuck, man. We was coming from Vegas, me and my buddy, and we driving through Barstow, right? But you gotta go through Barstow to 15 to get on the Vegas highway and all that shit, right? So we coming through Barstow, man, and my buddy was driving. I'm like, dude, keep the car straight, man. What the fuck wrong with you, man? It's not me, it's the road. What? I got up and the whole road is shaking. Dude, this motorcycle, this CHP cop tried to beat it, and the fucking thing climbed down and smashed his ass, man. We had that big ass earthquake, man. We was coming from Vegas, man. And we jumped the car over to the fucking left, man. Just all we could do is stand there, dude. You can't really do nothing. You know, out in the opening, you just stand there. Because nothing's going to fall on you out in the opening. You know, but in the city, shit's coming down. You know, shit's coming down. See, there should be a law about you cannot build that long, tall buildings. Should be laws like that, you know. And it was until you got the fucking crooked ass governors and mayors to let the corporations build all those buildings. See, people need to stop when you get hurt in those tall buildings. That's when you need to go after those motherfucking people. But people don't see it like that. Everybody is on the take. Before it used to be against. You know what's so funny? Extortion was against the law. Okay, bribery used to be against the law. But bribery and extortion is legal. You see, bribery and extortion is legal. There's no such law no more as bribery and extortion. Okay, because if it was, there'll be a whole lot of Republicans, Democrats, Congress in prison. What's legal in the United States is rape. You're a Republican, you can rape someone, you can molest someone, you can rape kids. You know, that's all legal in the United States. Rape is legal. Molesting a child is legal. Murder is legal. Bribery is legal. Extortion is legal. All of that's legal. All of that is legal when it comes to your politicians. All of that is legal. That guy, Matt, whatever the fuck his name is, that Congressman Matt, he was supposed to have been under the prison. He was supposed to be put in prison because you molested, you raped a woman. You sexually assaulted a woman. Your ass needs to be in prison, so let the prisoners beat your ass and make you their bitch. You're supposed to be in prison. Any officer, pig, cop, sheriff, deputy, judge, prosecutor, rapes or molests a child has to be in prison for life. Period. You cannot turn around and give this African American or this Spanish guy life in prison for rape or murder that you don't do to the pigs, cops, sheriff, deputies, and judges. That's racial profiling. There's no ifs and no buts about it. We got stupid judges that do not care about the law. We got judges that violate their oath of office. They do not go by what the law says. Because if they did, man, you know how many politicians and congressmen and congresswomen will be behind jail, be in prison right now, like Maxine Waters. We all know that she was a crook. Everybody in California knew she was a fucking crook. Every congresswoman, every congressman is a fucking crook. We all know this. But the main thing is, if she can get away with it or a congressman can get away with it, I have the same rights because it states all men are created equal. So I got the right to kill. I got the right to extort money. I got the right to blackmail because you let them get away with it. This idiot Trump, believe it or not, this is all a smokescreen for everybody. That's how stupid y'all are. Because his treason was supposed to be put military base, taken out in public, and executed. Now, every one of those motherfuckers, their attorneys were no good. Says it. Attorneys are for the system, not for the defendants. They're supposed to be doing an appeal, and their appeal is supposed to be granted. Their sentence is supposed to be overturned because he, your so-called racist, white, Ku Klux Klan Trump, told y'all to do this with his daughter and them shaking beer, holding champagne, show that other one, Marjorie Taylor Greene, yeah, kill them motherfuckers, yeah, tear it up, on the news. This is all over the news. They holding champagne glasses. You see? So they were supposed to, every one of them was supposed to have been put in military jail the next day, put in public, and executed for treason. So you can't go after no Chinese for treason or spying in America or any other person because you did not do it to your own kind. You allow it. That's how corrupt our government is. And you stupid people, don't bitch about you don't got no fucking money when you elect these motherfuckers in office. Don't bitch about that no more. Trump ain't going no fucking where. Trump ain't going to prison. He ain't going to be executed like he's supposed to have been for treason. In the old days, any president, any congressman, any judge that committed treason against the Bill of Rights, your Constitution, your Declaration of Independence Rights, was put in front of a busy street and executed. Those were the good old days. Yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck if you was a judge, an attorney, governor, mayor. Once you violated that oath of office, you was put to death for treason. And that's what the law says. That's what it says in the Constitution. That's what it says in the Declaration of Independence Bill. That's what it says, period. So Trump ain't going to prison because he's not. He white, he from Germany. That ain't happening. Nothing's going to happen. So this black lady, prosecutor, all the smoke screen. That's all it is, a smoke screen. You could charge him with so many fucking different accounts because you're not charging him what you're supposed to charge him with. Treason. He's supposed to be charged with treason, put in front of a firing squad to death. Him and his whole fucking family. Him and his whole fucking family. And you people sit back. You know, that's why this is all a smokescreen. And y'all that stupid. Like I said, man, I'm going to start saving my shit. I'm going to sell it online with some rice and some biscuits. And I even thought about it while I was talking to y'all. I'm going to put some honey on it. It's good for you. I'm going to have the CDC, I'll have the Food and Drug Administration approve it that I can sell it because it's good for your health. You can eat human shit. It's good for your health. It's good for your health. I'll be a billionaire because it's good for your health. The CDC said it's good. FDA said it's good. It's good for your health. See, they ain't going to eat it because they know better. CDC and FDA ain't going to eat that. People that work there, they know better than that. And they'll tell the kids, don't fuck with that. You will die. That's poison. But I can sell it to the public. You see, I can give it to you idiots because you idiots will make me billions. And that's what I want y'all to do. Make me billions because you idiots. You are idiots. You go for that bullshit that they tell you. Fight. Fight. Fight for your constitutional rights because it's almost too late. A civil war is coming. You can smell it. A civil war is coming. It is time for one. This generation is time. So don't cry when the National Guards is put out there to kill you and to kill their own relatives, which they will do anyway because they can't even stand some of their own fucking relatives. So they rather shoot their wives and their kids. No problem. See, that's one thing the military teach. That's one thing the military teaches. You cannot have no compassion. You cannot feel no sorrow. So if you ordered to kill your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, put the bullet in their fucking head. Walk away. See, that's what the Army teaches. Walk away. See, I'll give you another example how the police academy is. You have to get used to killing someone. You have to always remember to say, put your hands up, drop the gun when there's no gun. You are trained to kill, but you only train to kill, as they say, your own kind, blacks and Mexicans. They are always the dirtiest crooks out there. They have no rights. That's the way the police academy and sheriff's departments teaches them motherfuckers. You got to have the stomach to just kill them. Now, on your first kill, you throw up and everything else. We investigate. We'll always say it was a justifiable shooting. We know the prosecutors very well. We know the DAs very well. So we'll always throw in there it was a justifiable shooting. We have also the committee on our side for all police officers for rapes, murders, child molestation. Well, we got all of them on our side because that's how stupid society is. That's how stupid our governors are. That's how stupid our mayors are. Oh, if they're black mayors, they numbered our ass. They just kiss our ass because that's what they're there for. They are house niggers. So we ain't got no problem with no black or no Spanish mayor because they our house niggers. They are our boys. They will do as we tell them to do. If we tell them to kiss our feet, they'll bend down and kiss our feet because they our nigger boys. They our yes them and knows them, point blank. So we ain't got to worry about no mayors talking shit or nothing. Only person we got to worry about is the governor. If the governor's for the people who put him in office or not. But really, we don't got to worry about the governor because we can have that motherfucker assassin. So we could bring up charges on the governor for driving with a gun in his car or driving without a license, which you don't need a license in no state whatsoever. That's been ruled in so many cases, you know. So that's the way that goes there. But you are trained. On your first kill, you'll throw up, you'll be nervous, but you'll always be protected. So once you get your first kill in, then you got your marks. You tilt your badge, put a little cock in there, got your first kill. You're a man now. You shot an unarmed suspect, shot him in the head, you shot him when he's cuffed. You're a man now. You got your stripe. You're a man. Now we're going to put this tattoo on you because now you're family. You see, you're the family of the biggest gangs in the United States now with law enforcement. The biggest gangs. That means now you got the right to beat a suspect when he's handcuffed. But always remember, put your hands behind your back. But yet there's no law that says you got to put your hands behind your back. There's no law that says they got to put cuffs on you. We say behind our to protect us. Fuck your protection. I've never put my hands behind my back in my life for no motherfucker to cuff me. And I never will. I never will. I will tase you. That's assault, attempted murder, motherfucker. That's what it is. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. You got to remember to always say stop resisting, because once the jury members see that, they're on your side. We can beat their ass. We can punch them. We can kick them. Stop resisting. Stop. But you got to understand, we got to keep saying stop resisting. Stop resisting. Because when a jury, we want the old jury members that are stupid. That's what we want. We don't want none of these. The state is not going to let the motherfuckers put no intelligent people up there. So we want the old ones. We want the 65, the 75, all motherfuckers that don't know shit about their constitutional rights. Those are the jury members we want that don't know a goddamn thing from the ass to the toilet. So that's what we want. We want the old ones that don't know shit about the constitutional right. As long as we get them right there, them jury members, we'll always walk away for beating a nigga's ass, killing him, raping his kids, killing his mama, beating a woman up that's pregnant. As long as we get them juries, we'll always walk away free. We'll always walk away free. 1,000%. As long as we get jury members that don't know a fucking thing about the Constitution, we'll always be found not guilty. There will always be jury members in there that find us not guilty. Because that's how stupid they are. But you see, they forget. Our family members is watching these jury members. So if they vote against us, we going after them. Yeah. Yeah. Find out where that jury member live at. Hey, Joe, here's that motherfucker's address. This is the car that he's driving. This is license plate. This is his house. We're going to terrorize that motherfucker. All of a sudden, out of the blue sky, his car tires are slashed. Attempted burglary on his house. Now he's putting up video cameras all over his house. You don't see him, but yet you see the patrol car creeping by. Then you see the patrol car coming back again. Then you see somebody getting out of the patrol car with a hoodie on. Running around your house, looking in your window, spray painting your house, cutting your car tires again. Then you see the motherfucker running back down the street where the patrol car went. That's what it's about. Because society is stupid. Hey, Stephanie, don't worry. You're not going to get found guilty. Don't worry about it. We know where the jury member lives at. We know his job. We know her job. We know she's pregnant. We'll do a false stop saying she ran a red light. We'll say whatever we want because they believe us. How the fuck you going to believe another man's word against another man? I don't believe a fucking thing a person got to say. Not a motherfucking thing. How you going to take a word of another person against another person? No judge, from male, female judge, could pass a drug test. No pigs, cops, sheriffs, deputy from male or female can pass a blood test, a drug test. None of them can. Or alcohol test. None of them can. No prosecutor can. No attorneys can. But they got excuses why they drink. I'm under so much pressure. But you don't got an excuse. You know? But y'all let them get away. Y'all talk so much shit about save the children, women's rights. But this motherfucker just kicked a lady that's pregnant 4 or 5 times in her stomach. She had a miscarriage. Oh, I forgot. She's a black woman. She's a Mexican woman, so she doesn't have no fucking rights. Only white women have rights. I totally forgot. You got a white boy that got shot up. Look how quick that white motherfucking kid got shot up by the police. How quick that officer was taken into custody, charged with murder. Ready to hang this motherfucking pig. But you don't do it for blacks or Mexicans. You don't do it for blacks and Mexicans. Well, they saying start resisting, start resisting. You got a white lady that got her ass pulled out of a car, beating the shit out of her by a deputy, another woman. I told you to get the fuck out the car, punching her in the head. Then you got a punk ass deputy going around unlocking her doors. And this bitch still keeps her job. But then showed all over the internet and on the news. Okay? She got fired. City council rehired her back. Every one of them motherfucking city council members need to be fired. Anytime you go against the citizens, you are not for the people, be removed. But she files a lawsuit. So to settle out of court, she got $128 million. And she was pregnant and she was white. Got a lady in Texas, Spanish. Got the same thing done to her at a traffic stop. By a guy, beat the shit out of her and she was pregnant. Now, one motherfucking police officer was held responsible because she was Mexican. They were white. Y'all still don't understand the picture because that's how stupid you really are. So don't come with me with your bullshit. Because none of you motherfuckers are intelligent more than me. None of you son of a bitches are. None. Let's take an IQ test. The last time I took my IQ test, it was 152. That was the last time I took my IQ test. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Do I know about electronics? Do I know how to find out if your hotel room's been bugged? Very simple and easy. What do you want to know? My intelligence is very up there, you know. But I hate when somebody try to patronize my intelligence. I really do. You got people out here that are just for the dollar, just for the buck. They don't give a fuck about children's rights. They don't give a fuck about nothing but themselves. When I hear these Republicans and Democrats lie on each other so much, when we already see what is doing what in this House, representative talking about Social Security. Social Security has nothing to do with the deficit. This is why all the businesses are moving out of the United States, because of the fact they don't pay that fee to the employees. So stop saying, y'all used to use the excuse, well, the Mexicans taking my job. This is taking my, no, that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. And y'all went for that stupid shit. That's the funny thing about it. Y'all go for that stupid shit. High off Hitler. And the best thing about Hitler, I love that guy. I'm not going to lie about it, because he saw what the Jews were doing, you know? And I don't feel sorry for no fucking racist people. I don't feel sorry for no racist people. But my question too, this is my big question. And I look up the history of it. And in 1945, Israel was given to the Jews by the United States in 1945. Okay? They made a deal. All right? That's when the Jews bought the radio stations, 1946 in the United States. When they owned RCA, they put the original owners out of business, which, matter of fact, was the owners of Bloomingdale's. Yes, they were the owners of Bloomingdale's that used to own RCA. But y'all, this is new generation, so y'all know shit about RCA. You know, and the funny thing about it, Spot from the Little Rascals is originally the mascot of RCA, not Target. They copyrighted, they trademarked it, Spot, from the Little Rascals and RCA. So anyway, American people at that time owned radio stations, no Jews whatsoever. So the government, our so-called government, made a deal with them back in the late 70s. You can own a radio station. Well, I don't want this. I don't want no, as they call niggers owning radio stations. So no blacks could own radio stations back in the 60s and the 70s. No, you was black, you couldn't own no radio station. Hell no, that wasn't happening. The Jews wasn't letting that shit happen. You were Spanish, the Jews wasn't letting that shit happen. Then it was in the late 1980s when they took Congress to court. And a lot of places fought. They got the right to own a business, which they do. Everybody in the United States got a right to own their own business. That's your constitution. You can sell and open up any kind of business you want. So it took a while before this shit got to the Superior Court, and they ruled in these people's favors, from Spanish owning Spanish radio stations in the United States, blacks own radio stations in the United States. That's when it took off. But the Jews did not like that. So what did the Jews do in the United States? By the approval of the so-called United States government, was that you could censor it now. Okay? We let you censor everything. You have the right to censor. You have the right to what to be said on the news. So then the Jews bought the news stations. World News, all of those news stations are owned by Jews. Okay? Every news station you got there is not owned by not one American. Not one. They are all ran by the Jews. They all own all news stations, all news radios. They own all of that shit. You sign a contract with the Jews to have your radio station, period. That's how they became the owner of the United States. And people still don't get it. People still refuse to wake the fuck up. The Jews own the United States. There's no ifs and no buts about it. We all know this. All right? And so then you came around with the cell telephones. The problem with the cell telephones, this new generation don't know shit. They stupid. The parents were stupid. They should have beat their kids' asses and stuff. Okay? In New York City, back in 1996, there was a big raid. Big-ass raid against the Jewish community. Sex trafficking, child trafficking, selling body parts, the works. They had a contract with hospitals and mortgages, morgues, snatch bodies. They used to do murders just for body parts and all of that. So they got popped. In New York City, the feds raid all of these priests, rabbis' houses and businesses, and found body parts with meats and dead kids with meats and foods and stuff and factories and stuff in New York City, 1996. Not one of those motherfucking rabbis was allowed to do time. They were sent back to Israel. Yeah, you can look it up yourself. They were sent back to Israel. Not one of them got a prison sentence in the United States. What does that tell you? They own the United States government. People think the president runs something. The president don't run shit. He is a pawn. He is a pawn for Israel. He is nothing but a pawn. You can call him a white slave pawn. You call him a house nigga pawn. Call him a Mexican house nigga pawn. The president is nothing but a pawn. He cannot pass no orders. He cannot pass no laws. It's in the constitutional right. Read your constitutional right, people. Wake the fuck up. Okay? Read your original constitutional right. State constitutional right is void. Federal laws overrides state laws. That's a known fact. Federal constitutional rights, which is our original constitutional rights, override state constitutional rights. State constitutional rights, they already ruled as unconstitutional. It's void, like it never existed, period. Okay? So then it got kind of weird for the Jews in the United States. Look, we got to stop letting these motherfuckers hit us. I mean, because they getting their kickbacks. We own them. We got to put a stop to this. So let's start threatening the United States government. We put you in office, we take you out. We can have you assassin. We could do what we want to do to you. Leave us the fuck alone. Let us run our empire. We own the United States. Even though they fought against England, because England owns the United States. If you look up your history, okay? The United States broke away from England in 1874, if I'm not mistaken, 1874. But it really did not go away because all laws came from England to the United States. That's why you have it called Columbus, okay? And back then, when they started doing the Federal Reserve, that's a private bank. There's no gold in the Federal Reserve. No. That laundries all monies for corruption, prostitution, murder contracts, bribery, extortion. That's nothing but a laundry bank. The Federal Reserve is nothing but a laundry banking. And that was brought on by England, by the Rockefellers. They were all criminals. So what's the best way? We need our own bank called the Federal Reserve to wash our money from extortion, murder, kidnap, drug trafficking. We need all this. So what happened then in the 80s was the cocaine. First of all, not one African American or Spanish owned a plane. How was the cocaine getting into the United States? Past customs. What's the best way to bring drugs into the United States? The poppy leaves. Okay, we got to let sure that we get a lot of military deaths. So let's do this here. Where are we? We're in Guatemala. Okay. So we'll send some military to Guatemala, claim to the public that they're going to put down poppy land. All right? Poppy leaves. Okay, so we'll do this little video, this little show we do off of a Hollywood studio. And then when they get killed, when this Army or Navy Marines or National Guards get killed, what we do is we stuff their bodies because no government, no customs can open up a body of a military official from Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. They can't open up no coffins. No, they can't. They can't open up no coffins. So what we do is we put the drugs, we put the poppy leaves in there, bring them to the United States on the flight. We do our bullshit salute and put the flag over the coffin. We do all of that bullshit for these stupid idiots and stuff, you know. He was a good soldier, and give the little speech, fold the bitch ass flag up and hand it to their stupid ass family members. You know, fuck them. Let me see. How long was he in the service? Oh, he was in the service for 4 years. Okay, so this dumb bitch will get a certain amount of money from his benefits for 4 years, and then fuck her. Fuck her kids. You know, we'll snatch her kids. We'll put in there and say, well, you got to sign up for the draft. Fuck that. Fuck them. We don't give a fuck about them. Just make sure my drugs get into the United States. Make sure it's where I need it in Texas, New York, so this shit could be processed and put out on the street. You're fucking with my money. Come on, hustle, hustle, hustle. That's what it was all about. We had more drugs coming into the United States by our own government to put on the street of black neighborhoods and Mexican neighborhoods. You see, and that's our government. Yeah, that's our government. You see, so what's the best way to get back what we lost? Is put your ass in jail. You just lost my motherfucking money. You lost my money. So we gonna put the story out. We gotta have a war on crime and drugs. We gotta stop the drugs from coming to the United States. We have to have war on drugs. But our own government is the one that put the drugs out there for you stupid motherfuckers. From Congress, Republicans and Democrats, judges and prosecutors, they're the ones that put the drugs out there to you stupid son of a bitches. No African American, no Mexican on no fucking plane. Back in those days, no. The drugs was brought in by military protection. Every human being that fought for this lousy country that died, the drugs was in their coffin. And you've been shown this big fantasy. Oh, we'll salute. But the drugs are dry. Yes, sir. The drugs are dry. They're well protected. They're in his cavities and everything else. Okay. Once we have the funeral, we'll put the body in the holding place. We have the funeral. Make sure you take the drugs out before we bury this son of a bitch. Yes, sir. Make sure the wife gets the flag. Yes, sir. We gotta make this look good, like we care, okay? Yes, sir. So I want a couple of you guys to act like you're crying. Yes, sir. That's what it was all about. That's what it was all about. You got the will put over your eyes, and you sat back, and you fought for that bullshit. We had drugs coming in, protected by the military, United States military, from the Air Force to the Marines to the Army, put in coffins. Look it up. It's all in the history. All written down in history. So you want my child, my son, to be drafted for your war that you started? I don't think so. You want my daughter to draft for a war that you started? I don't think so. You send your motherfucking kids, but you ain't sending my child to no war. I don't think so. See, we don't got no right to fight no war for no government. We have the right to fight for our freedom. You see, that's the right we have because our government is too corrupt. We're supposed to be replacing them. removing them out of office from all crooked politicians. All crooked politicians. They're supposed to be out, you know. There's not one fucking politician that did prison time of life. Not one. Or one that has been executed. Not one. In this time and age. Not one. Then you got judges that sell kids, make a profit to put them in prisons. In New York City. Now, one of those motherfuckers even seen inside of a jail. Why is that? Corruption. See, you would have put, if I had a child, and you lock my child up on bogus charges, first of all, that's as far as it's going. Because I'm taking you down. I don't give a fuck who you are. You put your hand on my child, you took my child's life, you won't have no right to breathe. See, you hit my pregnant wife, make her miscarried, I don't give a fuck you a woman or a dude. You kicked my pregnant wife, your ass is going down. Your ass will never see the next day of light. But nowadays, people don't even give a fuck about their wives. People don't give a fuck about their kids. So don't come up in my face. Free the children, for the children. You don't give a fuck about your own kid. Because if you cared about your fucking kid, you'll whip their ass every time they disrespect you. But you don't. Fuck you, mommy. You bitch. You cunt. I seen white kids do that all the time in Target stores. Cursing their moms out. Yeah. When I was married, we went to a Target. And this little boy was cursing his mom out because she said she didn't have the money to buy something, right? And my wife looked at him, and I looked at him. I said, boy, is that your mama? You talking to your mama like that, man? If you was my child or my brother, I'll whoop your ass right here. Well, I'll call 911. Man, you wouldn't even have no fingers to call 911. You did that to yourselves. You let your kids be adults. So don't go crying to mama. Don't go crying about your kid got put on a milk carton or on the news because you didn't give a fuck about your child. Because you cared about your fucking child, you would have whipped that ass a long time ago talking back to you. You would have showed them you are a child, not an adult. I am your mother. I am your father. But no, you let these little motherfuckers run all over, terrorizing people, disrespecting people. But then you want this motherfucking guy that killed your child prosecuted. Well, your child shouldn't have been out there robbing nobody. It's your fault. Now you got white people that's breaking into people's houses, filed a lawsuit because they got shot or their dogs beat the shit out of their asses, bit them bad where it took half of their ass cheeks and legs and arms and eyes. Now you got these stupid judges letting them file lawsuits on them because they broke into this man's house. He got 6 Rottweilers and them Rottweilers tore his ass up. And you got judges out here letting lawsuits proceed. Wait a minute, you just broke into this man's house and you get your ass attacked and this stupid ass judge let a lawsuit proceed? Where's the logic in that? There's none but corruption. That's all it is. Oh, one more important thing. The owner of the house was black. These were 2 white guys. Yeah, the owner of the house was black, and these are 2 white guys out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The owner was black, beautiful home, and these are 2 crooked-ass white guys. But they don't bring up all of the history of their criminal record, breaking and entering, drugs and all of that. No, they only do that for blacks and Mexicans to make them look bad, you know. Then you got these white motherfuckers with all these AK-47s and stuff and the deputies and pigs with AK-47s, but you talk about you want to remove them. Then they shouldn't have them. But a white guy goes shoot up a school, shoot up a hospital, shoot up a mall, he walks out free with his hands up. Black guy holding the phone, he got a gun, shoot the motherfucker, pow, 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 pow. justifiable homicide because he's holding a cell phone. You can't tell a cell phone from a difference. Oh no, it looks just like a gun. Cell phones don't look like no fucking gun. Oh, I meant to grab my taser, not my gun. It's on the same side of my hip. Tasers and guns are two different items. The weight is totally different. The feel is totally different. But y'all people go for that stupid shit. Y'all people go for that stupid shit. If I had a child, y'all killed my child, y'all have no right to live no more. If I was still married, y'all hurt my wife or killed my wife, y'all have no right to live no more. I go by the laws of God. I go by the laws of the law. That's the laws I go by. I'm old-fashioned. Eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That's the laws I go by. Y'all need to wake the fuck up, fight for your constitutional rights, real constitutional rights, your original constitutional rights. Let's stop all of this bullshit. Let's put these crooked, corrupted motherfuckers out of office, from judges, prosecutors, Republicans, and Democrats. They need to go. We got to bring the law back that was in effect in 1876, 1776, 1617. We got to bring them laws back. Any corrupt government has to be taken and hung and executed in public. We got to bring those laws back, just like other countries got those laws. But you talk so much bad about other countries, we don't own shit in the United States. Everything comes from other countries. Everything that we get, we buy from the stores, come from other countries. We don't own shit. Then the funny thing is that they ship the Lay's potato chips in this huge see-through bag. You ever watch that? And so when they come into the United States, they're just bagged in the United States. They're not bagged. They only bag. The chips come into the United States through customs. Then they go to the factory and they get bagged. You see, other countries, these companies cannot use the same chemicals that they use in the United States because those chemicals are banned. They're literally banned. Like McCormick. McCormick is banned in all other countries but the United States because McCormick has cancer in it. You can catch cancer. It has been proven, scientifically proven. Scientifically proven that the things that they use in McCormick has cancer. Found with little pieces of metal in it that's been tearing people's insides up. They can't sell that in other countries. So what is it? We could sell it in the United States. Other countries banned it. And it's against the law in other countries to sell any meats that is made out of a lab. Y'all didn't know that, huh? That's because y'all stupid. Come on, essays. Wake up. We're the only country that sells artificial eggs. Walmart got busted. In San Bernardino, guy goes and buys a dozen of eggs to make breakfast for his kids. A father that works hard because he's a one parent. Eggs were plastic. Eggs came out. He frying the eggs. It wasn't even real eggs. But your FDA, it's okay. So let them motherfuckers eat it. Because they not. They not. They got their little sauces for real meats, real eggs. It's just the public. We don't give a fuck about you. You don't deserve to live. You have no rights. We could shit on you. We could lock you up. We want you the way we want you. You will submit to us because you're stupid. You cannot think for yourself. You are ignorant. We only give you what we want to give you. We got the right to strike. We got the right to picket. We got the right to overthrow the government. That's what we should be doing. Putting them corrupt motherfuckers out of business. You got Mexicans against their own kind. You got blacks against their kind, which I call them house niggas and house bitches. They finally going after this motherfucker Adams, mayor of New York. I hope he get the rest of his life in prison for campaign fraud. They locked up his they raided his you see how in trouble he knew he was in when he was going flying somewhere, you know, and he turned his flight around quick to get back to New York. Who's paying for that? We should not have to pay for these motherfucking government officials' flights. You're supposed to be a millionaire. Use your own fucking money. There's nothing in the Constitution that says we got to pay for their flights and their fares and everything else. Wake the fuck up, people. Wake the fuck up. The Republicans pass a bill. They can get paid anytime they want. We got to vote on that. No Republican or Democrat could pass a bill that you could raise their pay fee. No. You millionaires, you rich, you got stocks and everything else. You don't need no taxpayers' dollars. You don't need to be paid. Wake the fuck up, people. You are hurting. You the ones that are hurting. It is time to take back our country. It is time to put these son of bitches in prison to be executed for treason against the constitutional rights. That's what it's time for. But y'all don't get it. You still poor. You still they slave. You still working and starving for money to feed your kids. They all liars, man. Like this one bitch, this psych, she says, I was denied medical assistance. I was never in my entire life denied medical assistance. I've been disabled since 1963. I was never denied no medical assistance. Never denied food assistance. Had to wait. So she just put all of this fucking lies in there, you know, and I'm going for all my records over there to prove what she's saying is a fucking lie. To prove when I filed for this and when I filed for that, when it was granted and everything else. Because it took a while to get it. Yeah, it did. It took too fucking long, really, you know. And she lied her ass off. She literally lied her ass off, you know. And that's the best part, you know, is this bitch lied. So I reported her to the Medical Board Association, and they're investigating it, and they asked me a lot of questions and stuff and things like that. And because there's different times from where we at to where I called up my buddy at, because he works for them. And so he did the report and everything and asked the name of the doctor and all of that. I gave it to him. He looking her up and stuff. He says, holy shit, this bitch? I said, yeah, man. You know, that's all I said, man. So apparently they already got this person in the system, you know. Then they got a lot of doctors that lost their license, but yet they still practicing in Minnesota for the courts. Yeah, for the courts. You got one doctor that got arrested, just got out of prison for rape, and he's now working for the state as a psych. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, he working for the state as a psych now. He just got out of prison, some prison in Minnesota, and he works as a psych for the state of Minnesota. What does that tell you? Wow, man. I gotta take my medicine. Peace out, people.